All right, guys, so I'm outside of McDonald Funeral Home where I'm getting ready to go inside to say my final goodbyes to my Auntie Heaven. And I just wanted to speak to anybody who might be watching this that's not a DJ. Sometimes as a DJ, this is where we're at before the wedding or before the birthday party, the prom, wherever it is that we're about to go rock the party. And it's tough, so I just ask that you just be kind to your DJ because you don't know what they're going through. And for me, I try to practice as much patience as I possibly can with my crowd because the reality of the situation is I don't know where you were before you came to your friend's wedding or your friend's birthday party or the prom. So I try to practice as much patience not knowing where you were, but this is where I am sometimes. Like I said, I mean, I'm not going to be going to a funeral home before every single gig, but every once in a while, this is the reality of the situation, and I have to put my emotions to the side to ensure that the crowd has a good time. So that's what I plan to do today. So before I get into the meat and potatoes and let you guys know where I'm headed, I just wanted to say my final goodbyes and just let my Auntie Heaven know that I'm thinking of her. I got my blue tie on. I saw a blue jay today, and I figured she'd like that. So I'll check in with you guys later. All right, guys, so today we're at the Avenir in Walpole, Massachusetts, and I swear it's the allergies. I haven't been crying, but today I'm DJing Milford High School's senior prom. I've got probably 30 seconds to change this tie, so I figured I'd check in with you guys. So I've DJed this venue maybe 4 or 5 times over my career, and I'll tell you, it's a different experience every single time. So the ballroom, as you guys will see, is beautiful, but the problems I had were definitely with some staff. They are very anal about everything, which is cool, but doesn't make for the best party. So I just got off the phone with the wedding couple not long ago who were saying that Sapphire Event Group, who runs this venue and a few others, were charging $600 to have the uplights that they have in the room set to white, okay? And $900 for any other color. Now, the problem I have with that is white uplights turn a room into a dentist office. Nobody wants to party in a dentist office, that's for sure. At least I don't. So, hang on 1 second. Yeah, how's that look? So that's my problem. That's number one. Okay, number 2, I might want to have a drink at 3 out of 150 events that I DJ per year. And there was one year I was here and I had my assistant run up to go grab a drink and they were like, nope, we don't serve vendors here. I'm like, oh. But the horror story with the wedding I did here last time was that they must have paid the $600 to have the white uplights. And what happened was, let me clip this onto my tie. Yeah. What happened was nobody wanted to dance and they wouldn't allow me to change the colors to any other color but white. So Sapphire Event Group needs to do a little bit better with that. But, you know, I'm fully prepared. This being a high school prom, I'm sure these kids would dance in a doctor's office if they wanted to. And I'm pretty sure they would. So I think we're gonna have no problems here, but just in case, I am prepared to go around to every single uplight, flick that switch off, and I'll look at the venue manager in the eyes every single time I go and turn one of their uplights off. So that's it. I gotta get in there. I'm about 90% done. I've already loaded everything in, but we'll see. I love how I'm like in the parking lot of the venue I'm about to DJ and basically trash talking them, but you know, this is my honest review. I don't really care about other people's opinions. I don't really care if this hurts anybody's feelings, but I'm just trying to give my honest feedback of my experience for some of the places that I DJ. I had a wedding couple reach out to me. It had to have been back in January. They were having their wedding here in February, and they were looking for a very specific price, and I wouldn't budge on my price, so they ended up booking a DJ who came down on price. But because I have my experiences with this place, I'm not willing to budge. Plus, you guys saw where I just was earlier today, and for me to have to leave that early in order to be anywhere else, like that's why I don't budge on price anymore. you know, 15 years later, I just can't do it. So that couple booked somebody else, good riddance. I hope they had a great time here, but I just didn't want to deal with the headache. But the first Vietnamese wedding I actually DJ'd was here. And coincidentally enough, the vlog where I DJ'd that Vietnamese wedding a few weeks ago, the maid of honor, Lily, she was the one that got married here. And this is a beautiful spot. So that was pretty cool. So I was glad that I was able to be at China Pearl in Quincy with her family. But yeah, awesome time, you know. And I really wanted to have a drink there at her wedding, but this is a dry venue, so they were like, nope, you can't have a drink. I was like, lovely. All right, so here's the load-in.
Well, she said that's what she said to me.
And there's my setup. Look at this ballroom. All right, guys, so going to move the car real quick, and I want to show you guys something. When I walked in there just to go put on some background noise, I got one of these. I don't know if you can read that, but here's a list. Okay, do not tape down any wires to the hardwood floor. The tape will damage and rip the finish. The general cost, I don't know why they would put that there, but this is what I mean when I say like they're very anal here about stuff, which is cool, but you know, this is one of the few venues that are like that. And I don't know, I'm not big on politics, so it's just gonna move my car real quick. I forgot something out too. Gotta get the T-by. This is the stuff I mean, man. All right, guys, so it's time for me to say goodnight to this venue for the night. This was an incredible event, per usual. I think I just had one diva princess who came up to me like pretty early and was just like, can you play this song? We all want to dance. Everybody's talking about leaving. And I'm like, we're gonna open up the dance floor shortly. We just need like another 5 minutes because we're still working on some stuff. And she was like, oh, we want to dance right now. And I'm like, I understand, just be patient. This is what I'm talking about, practice the patience, guys. But apart from that, home run. Shout out to Eddie Alves from Eduardo Alves Events for having me here at this great place. I have nothing really to report about this place tonight. This was probably the best I've ever seen. This is probably the best experience I've had here. And even though the lights were like orange or yellow or whatever, it still worked out. The kids were dancing, moving, grooving. There wasn't any weird stuff apart from that one kid that was just impatient. But you know, you have 350 kids, one of them is gonna be impatient, but I'm exhausted. That was actually kind of harder than I thought because, you know, after tearing up earlier because of the pollen in the air, not because of a loss of a loved one, you know, because men don't cry. It drained my energy. So I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna bounce back from this, but it ended up being okay. And because everybody was super nice, got me through the night. So I think that's a wrap for this vlog. Thank you guys for checking this out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.